Welcome back to another episode of Built from Nothing. I'm your host, Rowan, and I'm going to be bringing you along with me for my journey from nothing to something, and we'll just see how that goes. Hello guys, welcome back. Day 6, and we got a little bit more of a structure today. So, sort of. It is definitely far from perfect, but I got some stuff written down, and you might see me reading a lot, but it's better than just rambling on. So, a lot of people, they do bring you through after they've kind of got everything together. I definitely am far from that, so you guys are going to get to watch it from where I'm at now, and I'm going to try and explain a little bit about that, but bear with me while I figure out everything, while I'm also figuring out some, like 5 other things I'm trying to get together in my life right now, and I know they say, work on one thing at a time. It's just not how my brain works, and I really love doing multiple things at once, multitasking, so I'm getting there. And so far, with my daily routine, I've kept on it. So soon enough, I'll have probably right here, and I'll face this way or something. I'm going to have my daily, well, I'll put the number of days I got, I guess what we call a vlog, and I'll have the amount of days I quit smoking, the amount of days I quit drinking, the amount of days that I've been running for, and maybe how far I've ran since I started. And we'll go with pretty much everything. My workout schedule too, because I'm going to be starting that I think tomorrow. And I haven't got to the garage yet, but I'm going to do that after supper tonight here. And it's 5:50 right now. So I'm going to, as soon as I'm done making this video, I'm going to run inside, I'm going to make food, and I'm going to get on that. So, I did make a trade today. It's not doing the best today, but I'm playing the long game, and it does look like it may come back, but I'm not worried about it, really, because what I'm trying to do is have that non-emotional structure towards trading, so it's not like I'm gambling or anything like that. I'm trying to have a structured intraday, bias, where I see it going somewhere. And you know what, like, so far, I'm getting a better knowledge on that, and yeah, so I'll get started with yesterday after I made the video and stuff. I really wasn't feeling the best, and yeah, I went to vote, and like I really wanted a cigarette. Like, it was the first time in a while where I have Nicorette, and I'm leaning off that too, but it's the first time in a while I really, really wanted a cigarette. And like, I have tons of cigarettes with me. I'm going to be selling them to my friend, which he still smokes, so he works construction. He's not going to be stopping, but he is slowing down. But it's not like I'm just pawning them off to somebody else thinking that they're bad. They are worth money, and I'm not made of money right now, and that's clear. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Yeah, so really wanted to smoke yesterday. Another one was I seen a guy doing goggins. I was on YouTube a little bit longer, so I kind of made that one of the things not to do today. Been getting a little bit distracted on scrolling through shorts, and not even on my phone, on YouTube. Caught me on because I'm better on my phone now, but on the TV, that's where it's starting to get me. So, and with all the motivational stuff, like, I think it's good for me, but too much of anything is not good. So, and you're just bombarding your brain, you're not even learning. So anyway, yeah, I watched this guy, and he actually did really inspire me. He was doing 100 days of goggins workouts, so that was 12 miles, and he did 12 miles right away, and I kind of thought to myself, am I doing enough? Like, am I trying my hardest? Like, I don't think I am. But I mean, later today, now, I got a cramp in my leg, because I've been doing 2 miles in 15 minutes. So he was doing 12 miles in total in a day. So if I was to do 12 miles right away, I'm doing 8 miles per hour. So I'd be over an hour. I'd be like an hour and a half of running straight. And it's pretty quick too. So 12 miles in an hour and a half, I'd be pretty proud of that, but I don't think I should be doing that if just today I got a cramp in my leg. I kept going, I didn't stop, but it was, and I didn't slow down. I don't take it off 8 miles per hour. I mean, like, I got tons of subjects that we will start now. So each day is going to be a subject after I kind of get a little bit more of what I have gone through, and I don't want to what I want to do. So we'll get to everything. You trust me, but you got to bear with me getting through all this, and I might even have to redo it because it's going to be so scrubby on how I record. So if you're here now watching, just wait. Drop a link down for that video because I think everybody should really see what it was like for him. It didn't look the easiest, but it also looked like he might have had some experience before and he just let himself get going. But he actually ends up doing an Ironman, which is awesome. Like, he really did put it through, and he went through the blood, sweat, and tears. So it was very inspiring. Like, I was just talking about that first day for him to do 12. Maybe I could do that. I don't know. I've never tried, so I can't say nothing about it until I try. Now we got a little bit of where I came from and what I want to be. Just it's a good and bad. Good, bad. So we'll start off, and this isn't exactly where I came from. Like, not really where I came from. Just problems that I jotted down really quick here. So just a little bit about myself, a little bit more. So we'll start with good, because bad's not the best. So yeah, I'm going to school online now for 3 classes: social media marketing and SEO, and did a couple things on this George Brown college. And I did not finish high school myself, so I'm actually pretty excited to be going to school for something that I actually want to do, because I don't believe in our school system anymore. Living in Canada, I don't know what it's like where you are, but I definitely never learned anything in school, and I feel like that's why I didn't go. Also, yeah, probably because I wasn't in the best place, but still, I believe that the life I've lived was well spent outside of school. I was definitely not doing anything productive in school. If I was paying attention, maybe I would have learned something. From my teachers, not really as much. Like, I feel like I've got a lot of knowledge from out of experience outside of school. Street knowledge, I guess you could say. So yeah, I'm going to school online. I am gonna get some ESP money to make a little bit of a startup here, and I know I'm saying from nothing. Well, it still is from nothing when you're $40,000 in debt and you're only gonna be getting about $7,000, because I got to pay my mom back. I got to pay taxes on that too, so that's even less. I think it's only going to be, and then I got to pay for the courses, which was about $800. So not too much. Besides, that's going to be a living allowance and a little bit of startup cost for. I want to start woodworking and everything, and a little bit to put into my channels and stuff. And I need to invest for my trading. So, and that isn't as much, but who knows where, if, like, with the mistakes I gotta account for, I'm gonna mess up. I'm gonna blow accounts, and I need to be prepared for that. And this is my little piggy bank to start up on, or else I would be going back to work somehow. I really don't want to. I don't believe in that anymore. So I think, I wouldn't even go to work. I'd try and find some other means. Probably try and really push on that woodworking or push on some social media. So, yeah, I'm not going to be going back to work and breaking my back, and not going to be working at a counter. It's nothing. I feel like me stating this is also a reason why I'm going to be doing so good in what I'm doing now, because I can't do nothing else. So, that's really, it's a confidence boost, because you have to. It's not like, oh, I want to do this. I have to do this. And that really is, I think, helping motivate me. So, there's that. I quit smoking for good. And I know that's a lot to say because the future is untold. But I'm definitely not going to be smoking ever again. Why would you live your life killing yourself? Like, you live to live longer, right? Everybody wants to live longer. Why would you kill yourself for some little head rush? Now, I say I'm quitting smoking. Cigars, I am definitely. I guess I guess there's a little bit of a mainstream media showing that, and I guess not mainstream, but like what you would call social media. Anyway, I want to be able to enjoy a cigar on occasions where I think I've deserved something like a reward, and it sounds kind of contradicting, but I know I'm not inhaling it, so, and I'm only gonna have them maybe like once a year, like on New Year's. Like, I've done this much in this year, so 2025 is supposed to be my year for me, because I just started on 2025, and if I can make it through this whole year, say continuing my running routine, each one of these videos since I started, that I think draws the line for a cigar, and that's something I'm gonna do. And maybe a drink too, of like some really expensive whiskey or something. And like that's what I'm saying, like a Cuban cigar. Like it's gonna be a pleasure thing. Like it's definitely something to look forward to and continue doing my thing. Now, I quit drinking, and I don't know if I'm gonna quit drinking forever. Like I said, with smoking cigarettes. The drinking thing, I'm just doing it right now for like obvious reasons. Like I that's one on the bad list is I had a drinking problem, and I guess I still do. But I don't want to, like, haven't stopped having a drink for a month, like completely, since about 16. So or 14, I think, when I was in high school. Like, a full month without drinking. Haven't done it. So yeah, that made a realization. I only realized that after I quit. So that was really like, wow, you really need to focus on this. And I just feel so good. Like my body, my mind, my everything. Why do I want to drink again? So, and like I did in my first or second video, I think I stated how like I quit drinking, and then I did say I tried to drink at my friend's place, and that was after my full month, my first month. I waited. I made sure I waited a full perfect month, and I was like, okay, well, I gotta try it. I gotta know. I can't just keep going, and I got my mom to go in to get me a bottle, because I didn't have ID at the time, and she gets me a big bottle. I wanted one of those little airplane Grey Goose bottles. I wanted good stuff, and I wanted something that wasn't gonna hurt my body and much. Like, it's alcohol, but there's still better alcohols. Anyway, yeah, no, it's she got me the big a 2.6, a Grey Goose, and I still have it with me. I gave my buddy a couple shots out of it, and I poured myself 2 doubles that weekend. And the first one, I made it last all night, and I didn't even really want it. Actually, I think it was the same night. That's before I really got completely on the schedule of like going to bed on time and everything, because I don't really want to stay up. Like, he's got a different schedule, so it was really hard to go hang out with him, and that's another subject we'll talk about in the future. So yeah, those drinks, I can't tell if I was just forcing myself to barely sip it. Like, I kind of was mediating my drinks, like because I tend to casually, when I'm talking, I'll drink, and next thing you know, you're drunk. Yeah, so I didn't really like it though. Like, it didn't taste good anymore. I didn't feel the need to slam it back and party. Like, yeah, there was that, but on the general sense, I didn't want to. And that experience with drinking just made me kind of realize, like, do I even really want to do this, or is it just for a social kind of number? Like, I need to just be able to be social, talk, and that's what this video stuff is going to be helping me with. So I see we're getting the 15 minutes here, so I'll kind of chop through these quicker. I'm on a strict diet. That's by choice, honestly. I said I cut out fast food. It's making me feel like shit. I didn't need it. Chocolates and all that stuff. I want to get on dark chocolate, and that's another thing I'll talk about. I got a lazy eye, and I feel like the cognitive benefits and there's just a lot of health benefits with dark chocolate and honey. So I like honey in my coffee now, and natural creamer, like none of that delight stuff or whatever. Not good. So yeah, strict diet by choice. My running, really proud of my running. That's awesome. Right after quitting smoking too, I'm super proud of that. And I'm starting the workout tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going in, cleaning that stuff, and I'm gonna just do like I do want to start like a proper workout because I've tried push-ups, sit-ups, and squats before, and I don't keep doing it. I'll get so far and then I'll stop. But that was the old me. So now we are gonna be doing a strict. So it's gonna be often. I'm gonna be sore. It's gonna be really hard once I start the workouts. So that's gonna take a lot of my energy away. Maybe give me a lot of energy. So I'm eating properly, and it's time. Now let's go on the bad things. So I'm a bad procrastinator. Always have been, and not always will be, because now I'm really, like I said the last couple days, like I gotta get it. Structure, clean the garage. Like I'm saying I'm gonna go clean the garage. I have to clean the garage tonight. Even if it's a little bit, it's doing something. And making the workout space. Even if it's not perfect, it's something. So that's now, like I kind of realize with procrastination, you just gotta one little thing at a time, one little tiny step. And then you compound those steps, and eventually you get the thing done. Sometimes the steps are bigger, sometimes they're smaller. Bad speaker. I've always jumbled over my words. I am actually really good at speaking, but in social scenarios, like sometimes, and even this on camera, which I feel like you might find like I'll slowly get into it, but yeah, just not in social scenarios. Like I'm a bad speaker, but when I'm comfortable, I can really be a fluent speaker. And I know I always kind of notice like I'm repeating certain words or phrases, so I'll catch on that kind of stuff, and that's something you need to do when you're progressing on anything. Anger issues. I used to have really bad anger issues, and stems from a childhood. That's going to be another subject I wrote down, like kind of where all of that kind of how I built up today is obviously from my childhood. So that's another day. And yeah, anger issues, I overcame them actually with my relationships. I realized I had to, because I would express my anger in my relationships, and I would have to kind of notice and fix them, because it comes with the alcohol where you don't really take what's the word, not acknowledgement, but fault, we'll just say for now. I didn't take the fault for all of these issues that were arising just because me drinking and ignoring them. That didn't make them not real. I'm 40K in debt. Now, like I said, I got that 5K or 7K coming in. That's right. We'll go down to that in another video. So we'll get down to the base, like the actual numbers and everything about them. So that will take some time. Getting out of a mentally abusive and I guess physically abusive relationship. That was my last one, and that's definitely going to be a video. And yeah, and I say I guess physically abusive because it was in the start both ways, and before you judge me, there's a lot to it. But yes, I knew I was in the wrong, and that's where I'm coming from. That's the old me. I've definitely made a lot of changes, and my anger, my drinking is huge changes. And if you knew my anger issues before and you've seen me progress, like my mother has, she's not yet commented on them, but she doesn't really like to say. I've told her not to tell me when I'm doing good. I don't like to be praised. I like to just do, So that is going to be definitely talked about. But it was abusive towards me, and especially in the end, and that's where I realized. And I don't like being a man saying I was physically abused by a woman, but I have to realize what the truths are, and you can't just push it away and act tough when I was. So And the mentally abusive, like, that was something I hope I never ever fall for again. And that's will be talked about. And yeah, my bad mistakes while drinking, so I just keep drinking. I very unlucky that I can just. A lot of people, they'll drink, they'll puke, they'll go to bed, they'll get sick or whatever. I was different. Since drinking, I think I started drinking at 11. So and like partying while I was drinking. So and I drank because of issues with my childhood, and I just really needed to drink them away, I thought. Or that was like part of another reason why my social, like, I wanted to keep drinking and drinking because I needed to numb myself to be socially acceptable. And that, I guess, all entailed into me being able to drink, and I don't know if I could say that. Me being able to drink so much, and I would black out and keep drinking. I would puke, and then I would keep drinking, and I would just keep going and going and going until I ended up in accidents or anything worse. I'd end up in jail cells. I would end up in the hospital. Like, it wasn't good. And that wasn't even the reason why I quit drinking. And that's the sad thing. That didn't stop me. I kept drinking. So, and obviously it comes down to a reason why I stopped. An accumulative reason, but it wasn't like that should have showed me you need a wake-up call. It's plain and simple, right? All three of those different things. But yeah, and then rough childhood, and we'll definitely get into it. So, thank you guys. I know this is a little bit longer than it should have been. I'm gonna have to go edit this. Might be out later tonight. So, guys, again, see you in your next video on day 7. Peace out.